was...
This is the most unique one I think we've done so far.
This machine is kind of short because it would sit on the floor and it would be worked by 2 children.
Oh my goodness.
We're the Farnsworths. We're working on our 5th year of full-time living in our RV as a travel nurse family. Come along with us on contract number 14 in Worcester, Massachusetts as we explore beautiful New England this fall.
Look at this place. Look at this place.
There are a lot of things that are uniquely New England. Colonial history, beautiful fall leaves, tall, quaint houses with shutters, lobster and clam chowder, and water mills. Lots and lots of mills. They're everywhere. It's particularly fascinating as it gives us a look back in time to the start of the Industrial Revolution, before all these processes were fully automated by machines.
We are going to go to Rhode Island today, down toward Providence, not quite all the way to Providence. We're going to Pawtucket to visit Slater Mill and learn about the very first mill that was created using water power to produce cotton thread.
Today we're putting the pieces together to figure out how this raw cotton
Did you know it came from a plant?
gets turned into a shirt with the power of water. It starts in 1790 when a man named Samuel Slater builds the very first American cotton mill in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. He becomes known as the father of the textile industry, and this officially kicks off the Industrial Revolution.
So we are headed down to Rhode Island today, and it's an hour and a half away, so it's kind of a drive, but I really just didn't want to miss it, so we were going to go ahead and make the trek. John's at work. It's just the kids and I. They're all in their electronics right now, and they are missing the beautiful leaves that are just fluttering off of the trees currently. It's kind of like it's like snowing golden leaves. We're gonna go check out the inside, check out the visitor center, and see if we can take a tour today.
The activities will fit into your little pocket. This is the only one that's necessary to do to get your badge.
Okay.
But we encourage you to do as many as you'd like, and so you can pick as many. And then pencils are right down there for you.
Awesome.
Wow.
This is the most unique one I think we've done so far.
That was what we were going for.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Instead of a regular Junior Ranger book, the kids got to make a pouch secured by cotton thread and chose which activities that they would like to complete.
Oh, there's math.
There's math?
Yeah.
These little passport books for this area, so we're gonna go ahead and get one and see how many we can complete today. I'm so mad we didn't bring Cinder. Look at this. Oh, that's a bummer.
What makes this place special, you might ask? You are visiting America's first successful water-powered cotton spinning mill. This is where America's age of industry began more than 230 years ago.
After an 8-minute video, we stepped outside to explore the grounds. Unfortunately, the gate is currently closed to the mill, so it isn't in operation. But up until just a couple of years ago, tours were given below to demonstrate just how the water turns the wheel and powers the whole operation.
Really bummed that John couldn't come with us today because look at this beautiful autumn day in New England. Get like a private tour, you guys.
See what the raw cotton looks like on that bale.
Which we have picked before, which is cool. This is coming full circle.
Would be putting it through a cotton gin like this, but that would be done on the plantations.
Okay.
And it would look like this one came out. All the big seeds are gone, but there's still little bits of debris in there.
Yeah.
This is what it looks like when it comes out of that carding engine. Long, fluffy sheets with all the fibers running in the same direction.
Yeah, I created that.
Very cool.
Kind of, not really.
Yeah, kind of. It looks very similar, yes.
I want to try that.
So then you would have this step called slider, which is basically taking these sheets of carded cotton, twisting them and slightly tensioning them. And that would be tensioned and twisted into what we call roving, which is then tensioned and twisted into a thread. This machine's doing the same process, just on a much larger scale and a much faster speed. lining all the cotton fibers up in the same direction before you start twisting them into thread, the same way you might comb your hair to straighten it out before you start braiding it. And this would take lines of what we call roving, and through a process of tensioning and twisting, turn them into a thread. This machine is kind of short because it would sit on the floor and it would be worked by 2 children.
Oh my goodness.
You'd have a child as young as 6 in the front here, changing out these bobbins of thread as they'd fill up. Taking full bobbins of thread off the machine, putting empty ones on. You'd have an older child of 12 or so, keeping these racks of roving full and keeping the machine in working order as much as possible. So this machine is called a throstle spinner, and it does the same thing that Slater's original spinning frame would do, tensioning and twisting lines of roving into a thread. Again, this is just doing it on a much larger scale at a much faster speed. The throstle spinner would again be worked by 2 children, and a bobbin of this size could be filled in about 20 minutes.
Wow.
So just under 200 of these bobbins every hour on one of these throstle spinners. And you'd have one 6-year-old running around changing those 200 bobbins every hour.
Oh my gosh. Did they get breaks?
So there were occasional breaks throughout the day. Everybody got a lunch break. But for the most part, you were expected to work your whole 10 or 12 hour shift.
Every day.
6 days a week.
6 days a week.
You only got Sunday off.
Oh my gosh. Those poor kids.
Working for you? No thanks. I'll make my own
Not for
money.
me, for Slater.
Yeah, you weren't working for your parents. You were working for Sam Slater.
And I just got your money.
Your parents
Yeah,
would just
that's
come
what I
and get your paycheck every week.
I promise
I promise
to respect and protect
to respect and protect
all national parks.
all national parks. Well, that was fun.
Yeah. So we were trying to go to Blackstone State Park, which we made it to. However, it's more like a rest stop. It's like a rest area off of 295 highway, and it's close. But now we're on this trail down to the Blackstone River where we're going to just take a couple pictures. I'm gonna take this opportunity to talk a little bit about some things that we learned today that I thought were really interesting. Instead of people being paid for their production, they were getting paid simply for their time, which was really appealing. This is the Blackstone River. But try to picture yourself in the mid 1800s. There's mills all up and down this river, and there are no regulations. They simply dump their dye into the river, and people in the towns can tell what color fabric is going to hit the stores simply based on the color of the river. This is an incredibly toxic river even today, and it's not recommended to drink or eat any fish that come out of here because of the heavy metals that came out of those dyes. They've sunk to the bottom, and there's no way to clean it out. That is massive. Those leaves are so big. Chloe's is still real big. Did you find some big ones too? I have never seen a maple leaf that big. I cannot believe how big they are.
Slater focused only on producing thread. In 1813, the first power loom machine was invented that could weave the thread together faster and more efficiently. It's this machine that brings us to Boots Mill in Lowell, Massachusetts.
Oh, that's so cool.
Now we're going on.
That might be like one of the boats we're gonna get on. I don't know.
When visiting Lowell, Massachusetts, we recommend that you give yourself plenty of time to explore. We only had an afternoon, which was not quite enough time to explore everything. There was so much we didn't get to, and we only scratched the surface. We decided to take a canal tour, which included the trolley, then hit up Boots Mill before completing the Junior Ranger program.
Okay, we're entering a lock. We're here at Boot Mills in Lowell, Massachusetts, and we just finished the canal tour, which was really cool. I thought it was going to go through the canals of all of these mills here. It kind of goes on the outside, like, of all the mills, but it's really informative and really interesting. But now we're going to go in and hopefully see how textiles are made. And Lowell was like a centerpiece of the Industrial Revolution back in the early 1800s when it, well, actually like 1830s, I think, when it took off.
This is the thing that shoots in between the two layers. It goes all the way through and then all the way back. You can see all the canals.
We're a little late getting back to the Jeep. We're hoping we don't have a ticket.
Well, that's it for today. Thanks for coming on this journey for us. We still have one more state left in New England to visit, but before that, we're going to return once again to Boston to finish the Freedom Trail and check out the USS Constitution. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you out there.